Nigerians will have to wait a bit to know if the 150% increase in fuel prices announced by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited on Wednesday will stand. A meeting between organized labor and representatives of the federal government over the status of petrol subsidy ended in deadlock on Wednesday night. Hainde Amudu reports.
Members of organized labor coming out of the meeting with representatives of the federal government over the disputed issue of petrol subsidy. From the look of things, there is no respite in sight for Nigerians who are shocked by the sudden withdrawal of fuel subsidy and now have to deal with the unpleasant consequences. The two parties have refused to shift ground. Federal government is hoping to continue negotiating and provide interventions that will ease the suffering of Nigerians.
We are looking at the peace, progress and stability of Nigeria, and that is what is paramount. Of course, the NNPC MD is here, Mr. Kyari. We cannot go into any details now because talks are still ongoing. We cannot finish everything at one sitting.
But organized labor is accusing the federal government of putting the cart before the horse and adjusting prices of fuel before the meeting, thus forcing them to negotiate at gunpoint.
There was no conversation whatsoever. So for over a year, there wasn't formal engagements and formal meetings. And because there were informal engagements and meetings, that is why we found ourselves here today. If we had met before now, we could have proposed a lot of things. Just as the CNG has said, we have experts in our midst who could have profiled some solutions on even the CNG, how it could be done faster, what are the things that could be, because our own is how do we protect the Nigerian workforce.
Remember 2011, we were here, this compound, and we agreed on some principles. Repair our refineries, to start operation latest by December last year. They were not done. We agreed on issue of CNG. The CNG product is eco-friendly and is cheaper than the PMS they're selling now. And some people say they can convert within 3 months. If we have done all these things, what will you be calling subsidy? The Dangote refinery is there to be producing. If any of these refineries are producing, who will have all this challenge?
Organized labor leaders are not mincing words. They want the federal government to revert to status quo. They also want government to think of alternatives.
The subsidy provision has been made up to the end of June. And before then, conscious people, labor, management, government should be able to think of what will happen at the end of June. You don't start it before the time.
The crisis emanating from the removal of fuel subsidy is a critical acid test for President Bola Tinubu. The federal government is optimistic that the impasse will be amicably resolved, but is not budging for now on its resolve to stop payment of petrol subsidy. From State House Abuja, Hainde Amudu, Trust TV News.